What's up, mateys? This is Discovery Scouts, the Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Um, two more to go, and they're still building up for the Crow's Nesting and Prison Camp. We have Lord Collection and Healing's Hut today. So we're doing as Pirates of the Caribbean, Tides of War today. So Joshua McGill says on the Reddit, the description says, the fortress is a primary facility in your territory. You must improve your fortress before improving other buildings. As your fortress improves, your territory will grow into the sight to behold. And we're still in as two more to go. Two more to go. So we exactly have some seven lumber mills. One of them have silver mine today. So eight harvest field, and I got 18% completed the cave of the treasure and markets, and I got 5 ships to the left side of the 5 level silver islands, and then most of the interesting is mostly becoming too interesting. I got 3,046 coins, and I got 3,004 more to 46 more to go. 3,045 more to go. So which is all the things about this resource island is peaceful. You can collect resources by sending your fleets, which is on completely in about 184,086%. So which is collected those the 2 crewmen have about deckhands, raiders, and bomber, boatswain, swordsman, and gunner, axe sword master, and axe master, and axe sword master, and a quartermaster, and master at arms of first mate. So we got the Sabri and London bus, hammers, cutlass, flintlock pistols, and body axe, but scimitar, and muskets, and chain hook, which is just also the hardest as many as you can. So my alliance over there is also they have researchers. It takes a supporter to cool down about 1 hour and 31 minutes. Then I got 43 minutes. It takes about to generate the P0s on an alliance territory, and most of the 6 minutes are the left to the sides. About usually the could about takes 8 more minutes. So it takes longer than the time, and it could be a lot of the serious problem there. They're still building it about 5 hours and 4 hours 16 minutes to build it up those interesting. My heroic thing about Lord Collection, they like my including ruling and pirates, ships, resources, and war. And this will have my achievement rate is also to have can keep going. And my crew is also to be ready there. And I got 1,006% on experience. I got some I got around the gallery for the 3 campsites included about deckhands, raiders, bomber, boatswains, swordmasters, axe and swordmasters, quartermaster, and chain hook, quartermaster and chain hook. And also they have very most interesting. So I got first mate. So deckhands with first mate. So we could also they have the pirate crews. There are totally like 7,297 crews, and It's a exclusive. Also, they have a fire hider's place. So there were been like 4.3 millions 903,000 Ks, 184.8 Ks. I got earned more than that 79,390 coins to the treasures. I still got one completed the for the 46,430 of them about really bad eggs. All things in the next 1 to 24 hours maximum is Allsfair, the trade war. Also, they do have attacking ships. They included about the Carracks, AITC's Flute, and Galleons, and Caravara Ronda, and best in the beasties also to defeat the sea monsters. Like a sea of monsters, they call Carabadas, sea serpents, phantom ships. They're like the ghost ships. Mutated whales, ancient octopus like kraken, spectral sawfishes like sharks, lobsters, banshees, mermaids, and cursed wanderers. And armor means have hiring pirates, building and upgrading ships, and crafting equipment and getting stronger than the crew. And the ruler of the seas as against the pirates in the battle there about takes 3 days to go. It take a lot of time. It take lots of serious about the time. That thing is, lots of ships do, and I got privateer's license. It got second class there. Also, they have 25% in the second class of the privateer's license. They're enabled to go to 11 to 20 merchant ships like Caravel, there are Carrack, flutes, and galleons, and bomb vessels, and do have exactly what it means too. And I got some first privateer license, got bomb vessels through Man of War. There are lots of hard. There are also regular, normal, and hard as the ships there. I usually there at exactly what's it that has supposed to do with something about really most experiences. My experience also they have 4 hours to spend the 50,000 gold at the research shop. Earn the fortune is also they have supposed here, and do they exactly what we gonna do guys. So my ship is there about takes 1 hour to 15 minutes. And it takes 25 minutes to the Silver Island was done about level 4. And then they're still building up a constructor, research, craft, heal, the ship upgraded, and that means work. And that battle is merchant ships, sea monsters like all of the sea mammals do. And let's go take a look at it. Let's go get to the find a way to the island, and it takes the waste of about the time. So sometimes damn it, sorry about that. So sometimes I was short about what we did. So I got some the Devil's Triangle. Where that the Devil's Triangle? I don't see the Devil's Triangle. But I usually don't have a many faction there. So I usually don't have any about the Devil's Triangle there. So it's on it's on the way to the Fountain with Youth. Like it he sure says. And there's a Aquapolis, and Lombardo, City de Passeries is also close. Dorfort and Potterdam is right on closest there. About I don't think it's close. So I'm not supposed to be here. It's just there's Harbor Town, which is about notorious pirates in this island. And where's the course member is they're liking in mostly think about the Fountain with Youth. And don't have seen the Fountain of Youth like on Stranger Ties. The point is there he is. There's the Fountain with Youth. Of course, we remember that on Stranger Ties. I usually they have there's a Santiago there. It suddenly destroyed the ships, and they don't know what have those are the many of the channels there, and these ones the breathing cases about the Fountain with Youth. Well, I've seen that about the fountains before, like Jack Sparrow, and usually they have Blackbeard's defeated by Hector Barbosa was on the poison with his sword. To the crew of HMS Providence, he said Providence was faithfully sunk, and by mermaids. Because otherwise, the pirate ships that ever really came there about the walk into the fountain and Spanish camp, and these are the White Cat Bay and Unnamed Island. They kind of about the ships there for the Fountain with Youth. Also, this says pirates that kind about Queen Anne's Revenge. Usually don't have to do this before. They're destroyed by the Spanish Empire, and usually they have the zombie crews was killed, and the crew of Queen Anne's Revenge, desertion by Barbosa. He was acclaimed with the sword of Trident from Blackbeard, from Angelica, and to Jack Sparrow, was saving to the by the gives us all the fleet ships out of the cabin to save the Black Pearl. I usually did kind of shrunk a bottle by Blackbeard. He was she is fate. She has a fate. She was desertion about an opportunity to on the ships ever. One of them decides, and according to the history's channels there, they're like Gore Verbinski's reaction, Wall Marshall's, Hans Zimmer's on Stranger Times complete scores, extended scores, and 1 hour 2 hours 16 minutes, and deleted scenes, and trailers, TV spots, and clips. Also, they have battling. Also, they're battling from Fountain. They're like in short about the mermaids there, down the Fountain there. There are lots of mermaids there, and what? I don't see the White Cat Bay there. There's a lot of the ship wrecked. There have been like the HMS Providence, the British Royal Navy was sunk by mermaids, pulling down to the water. Actually, did have all the crewmen was insane. It wasn't that destroyed. It was exactly where we were, and exactly where they are. Here's where they are. We are on the name island. They're kind of about the fountain, this says. So I can't believe when we came there to the college interesting. I usually did have a who buried them that. What can happen there, and eventually, the reason they could have about the that the fountain was looked up that they're on the down there behind the darker in the caves, and closer than up there to the water is up there that's on it that. So that's where a second came up that like elevating is looking about most supernatural powerful, like the curse. Just like it looks like about the city and the fountain. It was said that they don't know how to destroy it. It was been about for the last 20 years. That was in the mid 1730 and the 17th century. Usually they go calling about after a war against piracy on EITC was disbanded, and the Blackbeards attacked the Black Pearl, was encountered with the Barbossa's crew, and he broke his right leg. He was loses his ships. That was his ship. That was Jack Sparrow. He was freed into the, his ship that goes to the shrunk bottle by Blackbeard. That's gonna goes to his cabin. What is it? His tying up thing for all the ships in the bottle there. That also been about the notorious pirate. His notorious ships was the Queen Anne's Revenge. His landing into the fountain. They're calling about the calling up for unity is we became that about whole lot thing. We also researched for the fountain as what we says there. I sure gonna have to believe the fountain goes there. Coming out soon. The new ship goes there. So let's go to the next location. To abandoned ruins. So I don't have to see the Devil's Triangle. Just like he says, Acropolis don't need to do that anytime. So we don't have any about the Devil's Triangle in this island. If it's interesting to these guys, so they can't do that they can't do that all the time. So we're gonna do something about beat it up for the level 18 just to still for the last one. If there's a Lieutenant 1 and 2, there's a 21 to 23 commanders, and there's a 1 to 4 was destroyed by the pirates. 24 Luna Galaxies 12X, and 17 Jani, and Commander 2 and Captain 2 26. And I'm going to this one. It's about the different for the New Manchester's landed here. And there's 2 frigates. They're attacking the Sawfish. And still it's attacking the Sawfishes too. And there's EITC Captain 1 to 2, and the Commodore 1 through 1, 2, 5, and 6, and 3 and 4. And there's EITC captains and commodores as one of the landed size, and according to one to each about the 7 landers, and interested for 30% of man of war, super frigates, and ship of the line, and heavy galleons. The most enemy soldiers in this about the world. Now let's go to AITC Forces last one. There's a EITC. There's a captains, lieutenants as they want the commander, commodore. That's just one. Who knows about exactly? Who knows about really exactly what we have supposed to do? So if we're gonna have an attack in the rally attack and then rally attack scouts. I'm in the 18 right now, so we can't do that right now. We can't do that for the good reasons, for once and for all. So most still have landed in a nice 9 landers of a 10 fortress in there. there's the EITC-10 commanders in the fortress in the territory. Mostly they have the hardest as many as you can. If it could, we don't want it to do that every time. Since every time we have to really most experience in seeing every most of you if kind about some matters what, and it sometimes matter what to the 10 fortress and this of the EI in the territory. This is code for the ones of the EITC forces and the 1 through 20, except the 21s through 30, exceptions to the exceptions of idea for the midshipmen's, pursuers, master-at-arms, commanders, captain, lieutenants, commodores, except the ones of overall the lost ships do. As that's the copy about relationships as most of the separations. And that separations, they're like civil alliances there. I'm gonna have to scout there. There's gonna have to take 5 minutes 10 seconds there. Level 6 civil to 5 islands there. There are the 5 of them. They're like landed to 2 von vessels, 1 galleon and 1 flute, and they're kind of about very specializations. There's 7 the lumber islands are 7 that got a lot bomb vessels and frigates and galleon and flute as that once and for all. And they have supposedly to do as many you would have to really something about blow guys up on planning and thinking about really gonna do so in their interactions. And my reactions, so I do have a experience there. I kind of about to think about the characters on the Jack Sparrow from Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom's as Will Turner's as his Curse of the Dead Tunnel Tales in the 5th movie. In the 5th film, the Flying Dutchman was cursed. It was a freedom for the living in the land of the sea, for bottomless sea. And then, in the land of the dead does. Sea turtles do. They're like some curse of supernatural power by Trident Poseidon. And the Trident dies, and Trident Spears was destroyed by Henry Turner. Salazar turns human in the Spanish Royal Navy from Ghost, and the ships was sunk from a strike reef in the Devil's Triangle, and 51 years ago. And when the Silent Mary was sunk, and he went down to the ocean floor. When the Black Pearl was free, and the Dutchman was free too. When Henry says, his father was the Dutchman. Barbossa left behind. He left a sacrifice to kill Salazar and his crewmen, and his ships and from Blackbeard. Queen Anne's Revenge was left abandoned in the middle of the sea, and the will of the winter tide. Like he says, them out on the seas, and surely they happen not to crush over to the Queen Anne's Revenge. Silent Mary encounters and confronts the Queen Anne's Revenge and its crew, and Barbossa, Buloy, the Mutog, and Pike. I wasn't gonna argument there, looking and making sure to many sometimes, many as we can. Pirates having affected these abundant eliminations. That could about the spectacular in this his movie. They're kind of about very importantly about the pirates nearby. One ship it can do, and it take a long time about the pyramid, so it could be lots of serious problem there. I usually bear that with me, the understanding they're saying. I just trying to hear about scouting for the 6 Silver Islands for the level 6. There are like 2 bomb vessels, so one flute and 1 galleon. There have been kind of about the ships there, one about the frigates there. there's a bomb vessel still in the frigate, and let's go back to my territory, and it takes a long time to be parametal, long time. So I could be the bomb vessels there, and this is my ships there. It's also the way to tell about 2 and 3 days. That's a large artillery ship. Half of the equipment, half of the firepowers. They're like 40 guns, and frigate has 22 to 24, 22 to 23, and they're like some 56 guns, and heavy galleons like 74 guns, and man of war has 76 124 guns, and super frigates and man of war has 198 through 320 guns, like a ship of the line, the man of war, together one. Even though they're the best firepower, they're the most alike of the war. So my reaction that came out about usually they're burying them with V. I couldn't understanding what it's saying. Hearing that says, hearing the helpless, hearing the kind, hearing like a focus, hearing like the best day ever. There have been like most of the time about experience there on the recorded the history to my channel there. We did that already there on my ships there. Oh, they're scouting, and they're scouting. That's the 4 ships. There's a 101 pirate master, 1 axe master, and 50 gunners, and 50 sword masters. Then there's all 3 pirates, all 3 soldiers there. There's 4 ships to the left to the 2 bomb vessels, like 1 galleon, the 1 flute, anytime. So I could locate it about the damaging to those slowing down. So let's go to the Shansen's cave. You won't be late so much. I was looking like about the pirate ships there, and I was completely remember that about the Black Pearls for the Jack's memories, Will's memories and Flying Dutchman, and Barbosa's memories has the Queen Anne's Revenge from the Black Pearl and Flying Dutchman. There will be kind about the pirate ships there, and the kind about is freedom. Is also they have a notorious pirates and surrounded to completely to the constructor to over the about every 15 to 10 minutes, and then came over to Nubai. If it came into that have shallow waters, it could be actually about the pirates in natural ways. They were looking like about special to do really something about below interesting and according, and then these ones to the Black Pearl, the kind about relationships. And those are the kind about relationship that do about the pirate ships, the best things ever. All they're gonna do is we could look over to the Black Pearl and Flying Dutchman and Queen Anne's Revenge. And it's mostly we do about the 3 bottles of the ships. They're like some of those the level 1 to level 1 to 3, and level 2 to 4, and 10 to 12. And there's a 18 to 20, and we can also do have Queen Anne's Revenge have 18 to 20, and then the specials could do have Blackbeard ships, and kind of about for that's kind of about the very enjoyed about the time. My relationship is gonna have to capture it for the ships. And there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. There we go. Ta-da! Alright guys, thank you so much for coming in. So don't forget to subscribe to my contents, to follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Camera Find Cameras, Twitch, Patreon, streaming, Patreon, gaming channels, Juggy Stores, Cocker Story Talk, Tom Allow, the Hangouts and links in the description. Follow links, following my peoples there on the Activate Ashes Director here, included in the YouTubers, fan size, and according to the pop candles there, men and women and children there, and we can have to also, you are welcome there to the watching my videos channel on my gameplay on the Pirates of the Caribbean 1st to 5th movie. I love you, feel free to death, so don't forget to keep it rich, mateys. Have fun with the gameplay.